Well, everybody's been hearing the rumors about Netflix going with games now because why
Yeah.
not? We were actually hoping that Netflix would come out with a game service a long time ago because it was just the best move that they could do. Unfortunately, Xbox
Yes.
beat them to the punch on that one.
Yeah.
But because Netflix has a huge player base, now we're getting some more information on how the games are going to work, and they're mostly mobile focused and free to current subscribers. So
Yes.
if they're mobile focused, that means that they're just going to use their app, their Netflix
Yeah.
app, and then
Yep.
you're just going to have a new section now of games, which is cool. I'd like to see what their roster of games are.
So currently, and the title of the article actually has it here. Like, so they actually published a Stranger Things game that came out like last year. It's kind of like a little side-scrolling beat 'em up kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember
So
that one.
games like that are going to be on here. They said so. All of this kind of leaked out from this letter to their shareholders that went out before their quarterly shareholders meeting that happened
Right.
like a week ago. And in it, there's like it's out of this giant document full of financial numbers and stuff like that. There's like 2 paragraphs that talk about video games, and in that they mention it's going to be mobile focused, so people on their phones, their tablets, or whatever. They're going to start with games that tie into the properties that they own. So, for instance, Stranger Things, like
Right.
they like produced that, so that's why they have Stranger Things games. So there's going to be other games based on the properties that they own, but they also said they're willing to look out to license external games as well. But one of the cool rules on here, I thought, so for one, you said it's it'll be free for all subscribers. So as long as you're a Netflix subscriber, you're going to get these. But they also had a thing in there that said no in-game advertisements and no in-game transactions allowed.
Thank you. Please.
And I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Like
Yeah.
I was like, mobile gaming, I really don't care about. So I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then they said that and I was like, oh, now I'm interested.
Mhm.
Because if it's not going to be like loot boxy, gotcha style, 400 different types of internal currency that you have to figure out, because you have to buy real money to do stuff. If that's off the table, we might actually get what I call real video games now. Like
Yeah, but then
not
that
your-
also opens up the possibility for what kind of games. Like Dark says here, a Castlevania game. That would be a stretch. I mean, they do own, or they were given the rights to be able to do like Castlevania, the animated series, but I
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
Nintendo still owns that one.
Konami.
Konami owns that one. That's right.
Konami owns Castlevania, so they would
And
have to
Konami
strike
can
a
use
deal
the
with
money
Konami.
right now.
Konami could use literally any good press right now because they're
Big
like
time.
everybody hates them right now. So
Yeah.
if they went into a deal, okay, it's Konami. They're gonna like Netflix is gonna say, hey, we want this company over here to make a Castlevania, the show, the game, or something like that.
Right.
And Konami's going to go 50%. And then if Netflix is cool with that, then it would be made.
Right.
But Konami's going to stress they're going to have nothing to do with it. They're not going to put any effort into it at all. They're just going to take half.
Yeah.
Because that's what Konami would do.
Because they're focused on penny slots.
Yeah, because look, pachinko makes money. Okay,
I get it. It's
It
just,
does.
yeah,
Big
it
in
just-
Japan, that's for sure.
It just sucks watching IPs die because of their
Yeah.
lack of enthusiasm for any of it.
Mhm.
yeah.
But-
It's like I get it. Pachinko makes money, but hey, video games also make money.
Right.
Like Metal Gear Solid 5 made them a fortune, and they're just like, well, it took 4 years to come out, and Pachinko makes a bajillion dollars a day, and that's why, because they're strictly business focused at this point.
Yeah. I guess that would be cool because most people already have Netflix subscribers. Because it mentions right here on this article, it says the new experiment comes as Netflix loses 400,000 subscribers in the US and Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a lot of people that all of a sudden just dropped Netflix.
that's a lot of income,
Especially
yeah.
after the pandemic.
Well,
Yeah.
after the pandemic, which is surprising, but also the amount. So like, there are Netflix originals all over the place, right? Like those things are like they're like weeds, man. Like every other day, there's like a new Netflix original series.
Yeah.
Netflix pays for those. They fund making those movies and TV shows, and that takes a lot of money. So like, if they're losing income for 400,000 people times what $10 a month or whatever it is. That's a lot of money. Yeah.
So I think Dark is right. They will increase the Netflix monthly service, but only when they finally see the return on the games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or this could just turn out to be another like Amazon gaming experience where they won't grow their subscribers within 6 months and they'll just kill it.
Yeah.
Because
it's a lot of money to run all this stuff too, man.
It is. Yeah.
A lot of licensing, a lot of servers.
Yeah. Zero has a good call here. They should have a different tier. I think that's a great idea. So what they said already is, it'll be included with your subscription anyway, but what if they were to raise their prices, which I'm not saying they should, but if they were to raise their prices, what if just tack on $1 for games? And then the people who want it, they're already paying more, and everybody else, they can be like, I don't want the games. Yeah, there you go. So the basic tier would be movies only, and tier 2 or 3 would add games. I agree completely, but with that, leave the movie tier alone. Let those, whoever's paying, I don't even know how much, I haven't subscribed to Netflix in years.
Tier 1 is something like tier 1 is just 1 to 3 devices or something like that, and no HD. And then
no HD,
something like that, and then tier
it's like $20-something, I think, for 4K or something.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're right. So the first tier is 2 or 3 devices with HD, no 4K. The tier 2 is 5 devices and 4K enabled, and I think that's the only 2 tiers that there are.
What do they okay, I'm on their pricing page right here, and $9 a month is basic, standard is $14, premium is $18. Standard is where you get HD available. Now, are we talking real HD, or is this some kind of code they're using for something else? Because
probably just their code.
Okay, because HD means basically 480i is HD. Is it pretty? No, but it's technically high definition.
Yeah, so every single time I hear on the new standard is HD is anything 1080p and below.
Okay.
And high def, or not high def, but 4K is obviously 4K. So
yeah, so Ultra HD, that would probably be your 4K option. I get that, but yeah, that's why I'm asking what is HD available? What does that mean? So if you're not paying the 14 and you're just on the regular non-HD plan, can you only get 720 or something like that?
That's probably what it sounds like. Possibly it's just 720.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would mean that most people that would have that kind of plan are only watching it on 1080p screens where they're not going to be able to see much difference, or they're watching mostly movies and series on mobile, which makes perfect sense, because you don't need Ultra HD on your Samsung Galaxy just to be able to see.
I do not get it. How people are I got this new phone with 4K, and it's it's a 6-inch screen.
Yeah.
You're not going to see every little pixel in the person's skin.
Yeah. Does the 4K do anything for you?
Let me rub this screen on my cornea. Maybe I'll be able to pick up the rest of the pixels.
It's whatever.
All right.
But no, it's cool for Netflix subscribers. Maybe it'll be cool. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just remembering. I know it was not technically a game, but it was a game. The Telltale series had a Minecraft series. They had made an interactive version that was available, that I believe is still on Netflix, and you can actually play the actual entire story and make the decisions.
Right.
Is it like that Bandersnatch movie or show that they did, where it was a choose your own adventure kind of thing?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
HD is 1080.
Game's going to get for it.
Yeah.
So HD is 1080. Okay, so that means
UHD is 4K and 2K.
Yeah, but see that, I don't know. It's
I'm
not going to resubscribe anytime
look,
soon anyway. I'm just curious about what they say HD is and is
that
not.
only matters to freaking visual snobs. That's it.
Oh, I know.
And the only thing that I wish that Netflix would have is that they upscale all their shows to 60 frames per second. That would be nice, just to see them in 60 frames per second. It's not like they can't do it; it's just a different transcode. But whatever. Aside from Netflix, are you excited about mobile gaming coming to your account near you, or are you like, meh, mobile games? Meh. We'll have to see what the roster is.
Yeah.
Get the gamer friends Netflix.
I would have to see the games, because right now it's cool that they're looking at that for like more income, but I still have no interest in mobile gaming.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of old Blockbuster online services that they used to do.